So how much lost in the crypto space? What was that? I didn't hear that. Oh, $500 billion lost. No big deal. You know, ladies and gentlemen, some questions to ask. Why would Bitcoin stay so elevated? That's the question, not why it's dropping. You know, another good question, what happens after the last Bitcoin is all mined for all time? What's the incentive to keep mining and to keep the blockchain going? If there's no mining, where's the heavily duplicated data to be kept? The chain is required to allow the data records to persist. Every transaction must be recorded, not just one time, but multiple times. So it's the duplication which ensures the integrity of the entire system. As we all know, such intense data recording and long-term storage rely on thousands of servers, not just a few, which duplicate the data and which prevent any mistakes or fraud within the blockchain in the Bitcoin universe. So in other words, who's going to then pay for all the infrastructure, including the equipment and any associated energy costs to maintain Bitcoin on an ongoing basis? These are some great questions. We've been doing a lot of research on this and we study this space. So everyone's of course freaking out right now. Is the air leaking out of the crypto complex, highlighted by the declines in popular trades, including Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and the crypto platform Coinbase Global on Monday. So at last check, Bitcoin was minus 3.23%, was changing hands at roughly 43,047.15 on CoinDesk. So off nearly 9% and down around 30% from its mid-April peak near 65,000. Oh boy. So Dogecoin roughly down 3.35%, and the popular meme stock created in 2013 was trading at 48 cents or off over 5% and down more than 36% from its peak near 75 cents put in last Saturday as crypto champion and Tesla CEO Elon Musk appeared on NBC sketch comedy show Saturday Night Live. Maybe he wishes he doesn't go on, but maybe he planned it. So the broad-based crypto declines have wiped out over $500 billion from crypto to market value of $2.02 trillion from its peak last week of about $2.546 trillion according to CoinMarketCap.com. You know, so it's been an unfortunate, tough 7-day stretch for crypto with Dogecoin holding up better than most of its peers. Everyone loves dogs, right? So Bitcoin and Ether down 0.85%. The blockchains were down by over 20% over the past week. A popular derivative of Bitcoin, Litecoin, 4.35%, founded by Charlie Lee, was down over 30%. Meanwhile, Coinbase shares were slumping about 5.5% as the digital asset platform, which tends to move in the step with the broader crypto marketers, headed sharply lower. Coinbase, 0.86%, is down by roughly 30% since it went public about a month ago. It reported quarterly results last week, which were in line with investor expectations and matched the company's preliminary report, which was released ahead of its April 14th listing on the good old NASDAQ. So, however, you know, the bearish sentiment in Bitcoin was starting to erode Coinbase's momentum and that of other crypto-pegged assets. The crypto industry innovators ETF, 2.16%, which made its debut last week, offers exposure to crypto-related assets and was down roughly 6.2% with Coinbase as one of its main holdings. My ETF is down. So Musk has been at least partly to blame for the downturn in virtual assets. What's going on in that brain, Mr. Musk? But some strategists say that the asset class sensitivity news reflects the bubbliness of the digital assets that had surged too far and too fast. Crypto like Dogecoin and Bitcoin have enjoyed strong gains compared against traditional assets in the year to date. Dogecoin is up over 10,000% and Bitcoin has gained 50% so far in 2021. So I guess you look at gold futures, 0.8% are down 1.5% year to date. Dow Jones Industrial Average, 0.17% is up nearly 12%. The S&P 500 index, you know, minus 11.11 has risen by more than 10%, and the NASDAQ Composite Index 0.40% has climbed over 3% in the same period. So, other things to think about. This is key. Super high processing times that aren't real time in the slightest sense when we talk about this technology. Over reliance on Chinese mining capacity that exceeds 70% of the total makes it vulnerable to some of the same problems that Bitcoin internally aimed to solve. Number 3, constantly increasing the value of the coin undermines its core mandate as a currency that increases in value compared to inflation that, doesn't make sense. Number 4, the coin used as a store of value without any actual utility, very different from stocks or bonds that provide utility and have underlying assets partly backing its value. Yes. Number 5, the biggest one, most of the people who jumped into crypto don't understand any of this. And those who understand are busy manipulating the markets. That's right. Number 6, the coin needs more people to join each week to keep its value going up. It is, after all, a negative sum game, identical to kind of a pyramid scheme, So number 7, new coins keep coming up undermining the existing coins and splitting the suckers who would feed this MLM, multi-level marketing madness. So I've always said I play in this space but 1% of my net worth or less for this very reason. And I read about this. It's very complicated, and I'm continuing to learn more about it. And I read a lot of articles, and I talk to investment bankers. I know some investment bankers that don't want to deal with it, don't understand it. But you gotta play. You gotta play, but you have to be careful. I have a friend who just lost a ton of money, and I have friends calling me trying to get me to put more of my net worth into this, but I don't feel fully comfortable yet for this very reason. And I've been reading about this a lot over the last 13 months, so I just wanted to put that out there and to think. I remember during the last craze of Bitcoin, I know people who lost a ton of money. I know one guy that did very well, but it's just very, very interesting space. I think you have to play, but the point of this video is do your research and be careful. Take care, be creative.